Jake Paul trying to climb the ladder through Mike Tyson. It's not a good look for him. But
Oscar De La Hoya just canceled Jake Paul after leaking a fiery video that has taken the fight world by storm. It looks like the boxing promoter just dropped a nuclear bomb on Jake Paul. He's leaked a video that's blowing up the internet, and it's straight up damning evidence. The footage allegedly shows Jake juicing harder than a blender on steroids, and wait for it, paying off refs to guarantee victory. Bet you didn't see that one coming. Accusing the YouTuber turned boxer of dirty tactics is one thing, but presenting actual evidence takes it to a whole new level. Cancel Jake Paul is already trending worldwide. People are losing their minds. We're talking about a scandal that could end Jake's career faster than you can say knockout. Let's break it down.
you say you want to be a world champion. You say you want to take this sport serious. Then take it serious. What is this? This is not a popularity contest.
All right, so Oscar De La Hoya has just unleashed a verbal smackdown on Jake Paul that's straight up nuclear. This is not just talk, guys, this is war. The Golden Boy has backed up his words with some serious receipts. We're talking about a video that's making waves faster than a tsunami. In this footage, Jake Paul is caught red-handed, bragging about being on the juice. Like, seriously, he's spilling the beans himself. It's like he's asking for this, but that's not all. Oscar didn't stop there, he dropped some bombshell paperwork as well. We're talking about concrete proof of Jake Paul allegedly buying off referees. It's clear that Oscar is absolutely livid. Jake Paul has been running his mouth, acting like he's the king of boxing, disrespecting real fighters and the whole sport. Well, it looks like Oscar has had enough. He's decided to take the gloves off and expose Jake for the fraud he is. This is a major power move, and it's sending shockwaves through the entire boxing world. I mean, think about it. If these allegations are true, Jake Paul's career is over. This is bigger than any boxing match. We're talking about the integrity of the sport here. Fans deserve fair fights, and they deserve fighters who aren't cheating. Oscar De La Hoya is standing up for what's right, and he's doing it in a big way. Now, this isn't just any old rumor mill. This is coming straight from the mouth of boxing royalty, Oscar De La Hoya. The Golden Boy is like the godfather of combat sports. He knows the game inside and out, from the sweet science to the dirty business. That's why this whole situation is so explosive. When Oscar speaks, people listen. He's not someone you can easily dismiss. Think about it. Oscar De La Hoya is a legend in the ring and a titan in the boxing world. He's promoted some of the biggest names in the sport, including Canelo Alvarez and Ryan Garcia. He's seen it all, done it all. When a guy like that drops a bomb like this, you know it's serious. He's not someone who's going to throw accusations around without solid evidence. This dude is all about facts and figures. And that's why fans are taking this so seriously. It's like he's pulled back the curtain on the dark side of boxing. Oscar knows the inner workings of the fight game better than anyone. He knows the dirty tricks, the shady deals, the whole 9 yards. So, when he says Jake Paul is cheating, people believe him. It's like he's exposing a secret that everyone suspected but was too afraid to say out loud. The Golden Boy himself has come out swinging, calling Jake a fraud. It's a full-on takedown, and it's brutal. Oscar's basically laid bare Jake's entire career strategy. He's called out Jake for building his entire boxing career on the backs of retired athletes and washed-up celebrities. MMA fighters, NBA players, even YouTubers. It's been a who's who of easy targets. Jake Paul has mastered the art of self-promotion. He's loud, brash, and always in your face. But beneath all the hype, Oscar says there's very little substance. He's called out Jake for ducking real boxers, for picking opponents he knows he can beat. It's a damning indictment of Jake's career. Oscar's saying that Jake is all talk, no fight when it comes to facing actual boxing talent. So he turns to the dark side to bag his wins. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, Jake Paul's sudden transformation. 1 minute he's a YouTube kid pulling pranks, and the next he's a jacked-up boxer knocking people out left and right. It's like he snapped his fingers and turned into a superhero. Now, don't get me wrong, hard work and dedication can get you a long way. But let's be real, this guy's transformation is almost unbelievable. He's gone from skinny to shredded in what feels like a blink of an eye. The fight world has been buzzing with rumors about Jake being on the juice for a while now. And to be honest, it's hard to ignore. I mean, have you seen this guy? He's a walking, talking billboard for muscle growth. It's like he's been in a lab, not a gym. And let's not forget his sudden outbursts on social media, calling out every boxer on the planet, acting like he's the baddest dude in the game. That kind of aggression is often linked to steroid use. It's like a classic symptom.
And maybe if you could let me in on some of that, whatever, I don't know, the special stuff that you might be taking. I don't know.
This nigga looks like a hot pocket, bro. Everyone says he be doing.
This isn't the first time Jake Paul has faced backlash. He's been canceled before for his controversial stunts on YouTube. But this is different. This is the fight world turning its back on him. And with his fight against Mike Tyson looming, this couldn't come at a worse time. If the public perception of him continues to decline, it could seriously impact his career. We're talking about a guy who was on top of the world just a few days ago. Now he's facing a PR nightmare of epic proportions. So what Oscar has done is basically confirmed what everyone was already thinking. He's ripped off the Band-Aid and exposed the truth. Hear me out. We've all seen Jake's KO wins. His most recent victory came last month when he stepped into the ring with Mike Perry in Tampa, Florida. Once again, we witnessed Jake take on a weaker and smaller dude and come out on top. Paul made Perry kiss the canvas thrice before finally dropping him in the 6th round. I mean, I can see where Oscar's coming from. The whole fight world has been calling the problem child out for his orchestrated charades against hand-picked opponents. The proof is in Paul's boxing record. Nate Robinson, Ben Askren, Tyron Woodley, Anderson Silva, Nate Diaz. See the common trend here? All retired, old, and way past their primes. De La Hoya went on about the difference between internet fame and genuine boxing skills in the ring. He talks a big game online, but when it comes to facing real competition, he disappears faster than a clickbait ad. Where's the fight with a young, hungry contender? Where's the climb up the rankings? The dedication to the craft? The boxing legend shakes his head in disbelief. This whole thing is a farce. He's built a career on carefully curated fights, picking opponents with zero chance of winning. It's a con job, folks. He's playing you, the fans, and disrespecting the sport that built legends. De La Hoya goes on the offensive, and he's not wrong. The problem child is always going on and on about how he wants to become the world champion. Stepping into the ring with Tyson won't bring you titles, Jakey. Well, good thing these matchups are out of the way. The whole fight world had been trying to knock some sense into Paul before he signed this contract. But of course, Jake being Jake realized what he was up against a little too late. If Jake Paul wants to be taken seriously, if he wants a shot at a real title, then he needs to step up and fight the top 10 contenders in his division. You know, guys who are hungry, who've trained their whole lives for this moment. He's got to earn his stripes and show us that he has the heart, the skills, and the dedication to go the distance. All he has done so far is hide behind these predetermined exhibitions just to pad his follower count. De La Hoya didn't hold back at all when he said, "Because right now, Jake Paul, you look more like a social media influencer playing dress-up in a boxing ring than a real fighter on the path to glory." Let's get this straight. Fighting a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, even a faded legend, wouldn't have magically transformed Jake Paul into a legitimate boxer.
Paul wants to take the sport serious, then he should be fighting young guys who are top 15, top 10, not heroes and legends like Mike Tyson.
Sure, it would have generated a ton of clicks and headlines, but true respect in this sport is earned, not bought with a celebrity fight. De La Hoya breaks it down like a seasoned trainer. The real test, Jake, isn't facing a past-his-prime heavyweight. It's stepping into the ring with the young guns, the middleweights, and super middleweights dominating the current scene. Guys like Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin, or even Demetrius Andrade. Those are the names you should be chasing if you want to be taken seriously in the boxing world. And just when we thought the whole Mike Tyson fiasco was over, the plot thickens. And here comes another curveball. In a desperate attempt to salvage some credibility, and maybe some PPV buys, Jake Paul has scrambled to find a replacement opponent. And who, you ask, has stepped into the ring to face the problem child on July 20th? None other than Mike Perry, the Platinum Princess himself. This might seem like a step up from Paul's usual YouTuber or retired athlete opponents, but let's pump the brakes before we start engraving Paul's name in the Boxing Hall of Fame. Sure, Mike Perry is a tough dude. He's a former standout in the UFC, known for his brutal brawling style and relentless pressure. He even made a name for himself in the bare-knuckle fighting championship, proving he's not afraid to get down and dirty. But here's the thing. While Perry is a dangerous fighter in his prime, he's not exactly the golden ticket to boxing legitimacy that Paul thinks it is. So what does Jake Paul need to do to earn some real boxing cred? Here's the recipe. Ditch the social media stunts, the celebrity matchups, and the carefully curated opponents. Step up to the plate and fight the top contenders in your weight class. Show us you have the dedication, the skills, and the heart to go the distance against the best of the best. That's how you earn respect, that's how you become a champion, and that's how you silence the likes of Oscar de la Hoya. Right now, Paul's in a really bad light, going around and canceling fights like he's the king of the world. He's got a lot to salvage and make up for, and the time's running out. The problem child needs to get his head into the game if he wants to become a respected pro. So there you have it, Fight World. That's all I have for you today. What are your thoughts on Oscar's verbal smackdown of Paul? Make sure to fill the comments section with your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more boxing news. See you in the next video.